This is a question that comes up a lot in jewelry making groups and jewelry making forums, and the question is how to organize your beads. Now, I don't think that I'm the most organized human on the planet by any stretch of the imagination, and my hunch is the reason it keeps coming up in jewelry making forums is that beads are really hard to organize. They're round, they defy description, they're all different shapes and sizes, and when I say they're round, that means they roll around. You got to put them in something. And then we have projects that are half done, 3/4 of the way done. They're just hard to organize. So I thought I would show you how I organized mine, and the reason I'm doing a video is because I accidentally deleted all the pictures that went with this article and decided just to do a video. So I'm going to start over here. And I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see. What I do is I take these hooks, these old shower curtain hooks, and I hang my beads by color. You can probably see the colors better over here. And so all the blue beads are on one hook, all the white beads are on another hook. And then when I know that I need a certain color, I can just walk over with the pendant or with the piece that I'm working on and see everything that's purple and look for the right hue. So I'll take a few beads off the end. I'll either knot the end and crimp it again and then hang it up one more time. That works really well for me. Now, it's not going to work for seed beaters, of course. They're going to have to do something different. I guess you could do that with hanks, but I don't know. I think that would be a real pain. And then I have boxes that sort of have in them what it says on the outside. I have focals and copper and turquoise and amber mixed together, you know, whatever. And a lot of the things in those boxes also defy description, but I kind of know where they are. Like all my faceted brios are in one, all my sterlings in another. So, you know, when it comes down to making something, I can just grab 1 or 2 boxes usually. I don't need them all at the same time. Then I have my work desk. I'll step back so you can see that. And my workbench, to me it was really important to get something sturdy, really sturdy, so that when I hammered on it or I was pressing on it, there was no movement. So it's one of those old school desks, or, you know, it was beat up already, so it's okay if I hammer it and scratch it and do all kinds of fun stuff to it. Now, my top drawer, I keep bits of copper that I use often. So I've got jump rings, and I've got these bowls that have all those little bits of copper that defy description, or I only have 1 or 2 of, and they can't have an entire spot in one of those boxes. And I always go here first. When I'm working on something, I look in here first to see, you know, I need a little bit of this or a little bit of that. So jump rings, head pins, that kind of thing are in this drawer. And then I do the same for silver. I have all my beading wire in here, and back there I have cording and some leather. And then on the left side is teeny sterling beads, so crimp beads, crimp bead covers, that kind of thing. And on the right is plated silver. And yeah, I can actually tell the difference between the two, which is really cool. I'm really able to do that. And down here is where I keep 1 spool of every size wire that I use that's not precious. So there's brass, base metal wires, nickel-plated wires, copper wires, and all the funky color artistic wires, and stainless. And so that's sweet. I can just, and the reason why I say 1 of everyone is check this out. I wonder if you can even see, the camera can see down here. That is a whole trunk full of copper. It's crazy. So then on the desk, on the bench, I have my block, and I've stole this really cool step back shelving unit from my sister. Oh, I gotta step way back for you to be able to see it. I'm running into furniture behind me. And on that, it has great wire bars. And on the wire bars, I've hung all my pliers. And then behind them, there's shelves to store things. So I keep my tumbler and my hammers. Hang my chain off of there, and yeah. And then another really tall shelf that sits on my desk so that I can reach everything I need. And here I keep the mirror to look at myself, and I try on necklaces to see how they're fitting. My wire graveyards, my copper and silver. My Dremel set. And here's all my jewelry that I'll be working on next. So these are my projects that are on the go. These in this box are items that need to be repaired and so on. I've got a little bit of jewelry hanging up. And down here are the my Bead Soup. And these are awesome. I keep these little tiny bowls, and they eventually fill up with stuff. What will happen is I'll make a ruby necklace. There'll be 4 rubies left, and I'll set them in there. And then the next bowl will be, you know, whatever. So then they slowly gather beads, and then when I need to make earrings to go with a set of something, they're right there. And once every few months I go through and I store them all away, or I put them in the Bead Soup or whatever. There's my design book. And then I'll take you over to this drawer. And on this side is everything that defies description. So there's all the little tools, you know, things like bead reamers and these cool little knives that you've wire wrapping, my patina, my LOS, whatever, knitting needles, jig, bits of paper, price tags, that kind of thing. Because there's always little bits of junk that need to go somewhere. And here's where I keep my wire. And how I keep my wire is in the Ziploc bags, marked with the gauge. And so the front is all sterling and the front is all round, and it starts at the smallest gauge and goes to the largest gauge sterling and round. And then I go to half round, and then I go to square. And in the back is my shaped copper wire by size, and then my shaped brass wire by size. And I like doing it this way because if I'm working on a necklace and I need 20 gauge round, I just open this up to the 20 gauge, take this bag out, use it, and when I'm done, this is open, so I can just drop it into the open space and it's sorted again. That works for me. It took me a long time to figure that one out because I kept getting them all mixed up and I'd be searching forever for the exact right gauge. The other thing I like to do is I like to be able to see the components that I'm going to be able to work with, and so I hang up as much of my beads and bead supplies as I can. And that way, I don't know, I just visually stimulated, I come up with better ideas. And that is how I organize my stuff. And I know there's way better ways to organize, and that's cool. I was hoping that you get some ideas from what I'm doing that might help that you hadn't thought of before. Now, should I show you my daughter's crafting area? Now that's just scary. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't show you. So she has her crafting area, and I should show you my big basket of copper wire. That thing's just huge. It might not look huge in the video, but that's all wire that I've gotten from the recycling yard. It's all solid copper. And that's always fun to dig through when I'm trying out some art pendants. And, and then I hang the chain. That's one thing I forgot to show you. The copper chain. Some of the silver chains and some of the copper chains I leave in bags because, of course, it tarnishes more quickly. And then some of them I leave out, hoping that they will tarnish because I like the look of tarnished better. And I believe that's it. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment and leave a post or a link to your blog showing us how you organize your beads. Take care. Bye.